In Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, the Oracle creature from the mythic Odysseys of Theros is described as a being that possesses the ability to interpret the patterns and language of Nyx, divining from it the flow of fates and the will of the gods. The description goes on to say that most oracles serve only one god, and some are considered blessed while others are considered cursed, depending on the god or the nature of their prophecies. Some other oracles are mortals who use the night sky and through magic and years of study have discovered a way to read Nyx like a massive scroll of esoteric riddles written upon the stars. An oracle can be any humanoid creature, and so physical descriptions vary, but all of them possess these abilities and can be boons or detriments to adventurers who are playing with fate. The standard oracle has an AC of 15 via their blessing and 44 HP. They have decent stats and a very high wisdom, as well as high saves in wisdom and charisma. They're adept at insight, persuasion, and religion, skills needed by a voice of the gods. They have the trait Blessing of the Gods, which grants them extra AC based on their wisdom score, and also deals damage to melee attackers. The Oracle can also cast Guidance, Light, and Thaumaturgy at will, Bless, Guiding Bolt, Healing Word, and Hold Person 3 times per day each, and Augury or Scrying 1 day each. They have a single non-spell attack called Eldritch Touch, which has a damage potential of 4 to 9 force damage, a damage type for which creatures rarely have any defenses. They can also use a reaction 3 times per day to give another creature's attack, save, or ability check roll disadvantage or advantage. As a DM, I believe that the Oracle is meant to be similar to other helpful divine or celestial creatures, much like the Guardian Naga or the Coatl. With the healing spells and abilities that they have, it makes more sense to use them as a guide or as an NPC in the party's journey. However, some of their abilities also make them the perfect leader in combat. Let's say that your party is attacking a temple of some rival or dark god. I would have an Oracle placed in the temple with multiple guardian humanoids or creatures. I would have them use their actions to cast Hold Person on a player, or Bless on their guardians to give them an edge in combat. While they're concentrating on the Hold or Bless, I would have them casting Guiding Bolt on enemies until they run out of casts. I would use their reaction specifically to force players to roll with disadvantage against the Hold Person spell, or to give their guardians advantage on spell saves against the biggest and most dangerous of player spells. This way, the Oracle acts both as a leader and as a quasi-bard, adding buffs and debuffs to protect their guards and crowd control players. In mythology, the concept of oracles has been present in almost all human cultures, as communing with a god or gods is not really a unique concept. However, there is one oracle in Grecian history that is considered the best known. The Pythia, or the High Priestess at the Temple of Apollo in Delphi, otherwise known as the Oracle of Delphi. Sources conflict over when the temple was actually founded, but we know that the temple to Apollo at Delphi was around by the late 8th century or 9th century. The name or title Pythia was attributed to the temple, as well as its High Priestess as an homage to the massive python slain by Apollo, and the woman who held this office was said to be chosen by Apollo to speak his prophecies. Most of the day-to-day routine of the temple is lost, and the information we do have is conflicted at best, due in part to the temple's functions being considered common knowledge, and also due to the multiple writers making assumptions or fiction about the temple. We don't know the precise details about the Oracle of Delphi. Some sources say that she would go into trances, babble nonsense, and have her words interpreted by other priests, but others said that she spoke eloquently, with some even saying she spoke in iambic pentameter. Daily rituals are described differently by different authors, and one former high priest named Plutarch wrote that the high priestess had been surrounded by strange divine vapors that flowed from the holy spring beneath the temple. Here's where we have a clue as to the true nature of the oracle. Modern scientists have found that in geological surveys that the rock and springs beneath the temple may have contained ethylene gas, which would explain the vapors and the smell that Plutarch describes in his writing, and this gas could also contribute to a euphoric hallucinogenic state. However, other scientists have argued this point, saying that such gas would not have been present at the spring in the 9th century. In comparing the creature to the myth, we find that both oracles are chosen voices of the gods, using their divine connection to speak in prophecies, and to perform miracles to their flock. Where the oracle in D&D differs is that they are fueled directly by divine might, whereas the Oracle of Delphi was likely fueled by inspirational gas. If you enjoyed that video, please leave a like and comment below, and consider subscribing to the channel. You can also join the Patreon for $1 a month to access videos days before they're posted here, as well as other exclusive stuff like short stories, videos, and more.